Hello, everyone. Coach Kayla here, and I am going to talk to you a little about your brain. So what I'm going to talk to you about is this idea that, okay, here's the thing. Our brain is primed to find exactly what it is that we're telling ourselves to look for. So for example, have you ever been out, you're shopping for a car, you're ready to get a new car. Maybe you are looking for a Toyota RAV4 and you're looking for a black one. And all of a sudden, you start seeing a black Toyota RAV4 everywhere. Everywhere you go, you see them. Why is this? Well, this is because you just told your brain to find this. And now it's going to actually be looking for. And this is called your reticular activating system. And basically, this is a bundle of nerves in our brainstem that filters out unnecessary information so that important information can get through. It takes what it is that you're trying to focus on and it creates a filter. And then when you're out in the world, sifting through all the random things and the pieces and the data that's going on, you're only going to notice what it is that your reticular activating system is programmed for you to notice. Kind of cool, right? Well, this works the exact same way in the same concept as our beliefs and what it is, our emotions, our thoughts, and how we handle things. If you tell yourself that you hate something and you're going to look for the bad in it so that you do hate it. If you tell your brain that you don't want to do something, it's going to look for reasons not to do something. So that's how it instantly puts a limitation on us. And this is kind of a piece where a lot of us, this is our problem. This is where we find limitation. This is how limitation attacks us, is because we get so caught up in this concept of that we don't like something and that we don't want to do something, that that's all we think about. And so then all of a sudden, instead of actually thinking positive thoughts, our brain is filtering for all of the bad things, all the negative things, and all the things that make us not want to do something. And it allows us to come up with all sorts of excuses for why we shouldn't do it. So it's basically a way of setting your intent. And you can train the system. You can train the reticular activating system. You can train your subconscious mind to focus on positive, to focus on the good things, to focus on the productive things that you need to do. So it's kind of a simple thing. There's not a whole lot to it. It really comes down to you making a choice to focus on these good things and to focus on the things it is that you want to be seeing, to focus on the good, to focus on the productivity, to focus on your goals and the actions that are needed to take these goals. So that's where, if you've ever watched my road mapping thing, that's where that can really help, because it allows you to really kind of take these goals and break them down into something productive. And then that means that your brain is instantly going to start looking for these things because you forced it to, you basically forced it to think about these things. So here's how we do this. First, you think of the goal or the situation that you want to either influence or you want to work towards. And then we take that and we focus on that so that we can see that. Then what we do is we go into our roadmap and we think about the results or the experiences or the actions that need to happen in order for us to reach that goal or to target that situation. And we create this picture that we want to see and create this picture, this roadmap that we want to go about. And here is the big piece, the important piece, is you have to replay this. Now, actually, it's two pieces. You have to, one, replay it constantly in your head, and two, you have to tie all your senses to this thing. You have to be able to see it, hear it, feel it, touch it, smell it. The more that you can tie all of these pieces, all of these emotions, all of these senses to the thing that you're working towards, the more that you're going to be able to put yourself into that situation, and the more that you're going to, when it does happen, you're going to go, oh, I already know how to do this. I can do this already because my brain has already practiced it. My brain has told me that it can already do it. This idea is, if you can see it, feel it, touch it, then you can tune your brain to see it, feel it, touch it, and be able to attract those things that lead you to it. So really what you're kind of doing in this situation is you're kind of short-circuiting your brain, and you are interrupting the normal pathway with a new plan. You're interrupting with direction, and you're interrupting with motivation through emotion. And that is where all of a sudden, instead of thinking about all the things that can go wrong that prevent you from doing something, you're thinking about all the things that you need to do right, to do it right. So again, our brain, it is primed to find exactly what we tell it to look for. So why in the world would we tell it to look for negative things? All we do then is limit ourselves. If we sit there and tell it we don't like something, we hate something, we don't want to do something, you're instantly creating limitation on yourself. Where does that get you? It doesn't get you anywhere. Tell your brain you love things. Tell your brain you want to do something. Tell your brain you are good at something. Tell your brain you are fast. Tell your brain you are smart. Tell your brain that you believe in yourself, and you will start to think about these things. So how do we do this? I like to do this via positive affirmations. It's one of the ways, well, two ways. Goal mapping and positive affirmations. I talked to you about goal mapping, and if you want more, you can go back and watch one of my goal mapping videos. It's really helpful. I have it on IGTV as well as YouTube. The other thing you can do is positive affirmations, and positive affirmations are short, in-person, first-person sentences that are tied to emotion and something positive. So you might be saying, if you are someone who feels like they're a really slow runner and they hate running because they're slow at it, if you start to tell yourself that I am a strong runner, I am a fast runner, I am a good runner, I love running, the more you can tell yourself, the more that your brain is going to start to look for reasons to love running, and it's going to start to look for reasons that it enjoys running. And you are all of a sudden going to find that when you go out, you're going to look forward to your runs. You're going to run faster because you're happier. And more than anything, you're just going to be tied to an emotion and a belief that you are good at this, and so it makes it better. Positive affirmations are the second way to help kind of recircuit this reticular activating system, and to kind of short circuit or recircuit to your brain to believe that you can do something, and believe in the productivity and the positivity around it. So here's my challenge for you with this: to every morning spend 5 to 10 minutes telling yourself positive and productive things about the day. Write them down. Get out a sheet of paper. Repeat it over and over again for 5 to 10 minutes every single day, and try to do this for 1 month. If you can do this for 1 month, you will find at the end of the month that you are starting to believe in these things. I can almost promise you that. So, how are you going to short circuit your reticular activating system? How are you going to find a way to find the productivity and the positivity in your life? Are you going to make a change? I sure hope so. I hope you guys found this helpful and a little bit interesting. I think that the brain is a very fascinating thing, and continue to go out there and sift through all the amazing things that are in life and enjoy it.